Hello, everyone. You're listening to Alternative Revelations with Linda Emanuel, and this is podcast number 136. And I'm going to do the Chicago, Illinois, Gary, Indiana area. And if this resonates with you, so be it. If not, just disregard it. This is a really big grid. There is really no, inside the grid of this Chicago area, there is no safe city. If somebody wanted to seek sanctuary out of this city, if they were wealthy enough and had like a yacht-like type boat, I guess they could go out on the water. I don't know if Lake Michigan freezes over in January, and I really can't tell you how long they'll have the 5G on. But that's a possibility where the elite will escape, because there's nowhere inside this grid in the Chicago area that is safe. I went through the whole thing. There is one little town called Wilmington that is in the south that's kind of nestled among some hot zones, but I can't explain why that is safe. So I'm going to make this really simple. Wisconsin's to the north of Chicago, Illinois. And I'm getting that everything in Wisconsin right at the border is safe. The north boundary for the Chicago grid is a highway called 173. It goes west to east, east to west. And my northwest corner is a town called Hebron, Hebron. And 47 hits 173 there in the corner. And everything going down, I'm going counterclockwise, everything going down from Hebron on Highway 47 is hot. Everything west of 47 appears to be safe. So when you go down 47, you're going to hit a highway called 113. It's a very small highway. And right below 113 and 47 is a town called Mazon, M-A-Z-O-N. That's hot. But the boundary seems to be 113. And you take 113 going east, goes through Braidwood, Coal City, all those cities, those are all hot, but there's a little town right above Braidwood called Wilmington that's safe, and I don't know why that's safe. So following 113, it follows the river going kind of like southeast, and the river seems to be a boundary. And 113 takes you over to Kankakee, and that hits Highway 50, and Kankakee is hot. And that's actually a corner. But from Kankakee over Highway 17 going east, there's a town called Sun River Terrace, and that is hot. But the 5G follows the highway. From Kankakee, it follows 50 going north all the way to Monee, and Monee begins the big grid. Anything below Monee and Highway 50 going over to the Indiana border is safe. Kankakee itself is hot, and Sun River Terrace is hot. So anything north of Monee, beginning Monee and above, that's all hot. So again, Monee, all the way going east, draw a straight line across to the border of Indiana. That's all hot from there and above. So it looks like your safe zones would be in Wisconsin and east of 50 below Monee and west of Highway 47. Now I'm going to get into the Indiana side of the grid. And I'll put a separate map of the Indiana up there so you can follow along. Now this is Gary, Indiana is to the east of the Chicago area, right over the border. And the boundary, the southernmost boundary, it looks like for this 5G, is this highway called Highway 2. And it's down there by Lowell. So Lowell looks like the southernmost boundary. And just draw a straight, it's bounded by, this 5G is bounded by this Highway 2, and then when it hits 55, it goes up, and all the way through there, Lake of the Four Seasons is going to have the 5G by October. Crown Point, Cedar Lake, St. John, Schererville, Merrillville, Hobart, Highland, Gary, Portage, I don't know if I'll say this right, Valparaiso. That seems to be a eastern boundary. That Highway 49 going up into Chesterton, Burns Harbor, hot. And right now, as of right now, Highway 49 seems to be an eastern boundary for Indiana. Michigan City is not hot right now, or neither is Long Beach. So Gary, Indiana area is going to be hit too. There's a town on Highway 2 called Dinwiddie, and creators telling me that's going to be a safe city. So that kind of takes care of Indiana. I hope this was helpful. The the rule of thumb is if you're in these areas that are close to these boundaries, the 5G can be implemented in this area and between now and October. So I would suggest just watch for symptoms and get out of those hot zones if you can. You have a window of less than 2 weeks to get out. So be aware, prepare, and be safe. And until next time, good night and God bless.